We'd like to introduce, as usual, Mr. Keith Moon, the conductor of our particular orchestra.
A lot of people remember Keith for maybe all the wrong things. I think he was one of the best drummers the world has ever seen.
You know, he was centrepiece in the group, you know, was Keith.
He's the drummer's drummer.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go!
You rarely get people who are that much of a showman who, on the other hand, are so tight, you know, and so brilliant.
We used to have a joke that he had so many drums so he couldn't miss one.
You just never knew quite where the drums were going or what was going on.
No, he wasn't a musical boy at all.
Keith's drumming wasn't sort of in focus as we know it.
If he played with, like, another band, he would have probably sounded like shit.
It was a different type of drumming. And he would go out of time, come back in time, didn't really matter because he was creating a different sort of drumming at the time.
I mean, he didn't know why he was so good. He just played naturally. He was a very natural drummer.
The way that Keith played was completely different than what other guys were playing at the time. Instead of just playing the beat, which would just be sort of the foundation of the song, he was interpreting the entire piece. Every lyric, the guitar part, the bass part, the vocal part, everything was part of what he was doing. For example, the way that I might, or most sort of typical regular drummers might play a song like Can't Explain, would be something like this. But the way that Keith played it on the original recording was more like this. He's playing boom, ga, ga, da, ah, boom, da. Everything is up. He's kicking the whole thing up, and Pete is throwing the whole thing down. It's counterpointed. It's classic counterpoint. When they played it live, you get into uncharted territory. It's as if you had a 106-piece orchestra